What's up, guys? This is Christina and English Grammar Explained, and now I will show you how to use complex object when I want to turn my complex sentence into simple one. Well, not all people like complex sentences because complex sentences are basically complex. There is a sequence of tenses and other fancy things in them, so if I have a chance to turn the complex sentence into simple one, I use this chance. So, one of the ways to turn complex sentence into simple sentence is using complex object. Let's remind ourselves what does complex object consist of. It consists of subject, just a little piece of theory here, then main verb, and then object number one, and then object number two. Object number two can be infinitive, full infinitive, bare infinitive, or some other infinitive, or participle, present participle, mostly. And that's position number 4. So, this is my complex object. And how can it help me to turn the first sentence, which is complex? How do I know it complex? Because this is my first subject and my first main verb, and this is my second subject and the second main verb. Just like that. That's the object. And this is my link between two parts. So, what's the technique? The technique is really simple. First of all, this part of sentence, this one, remains intact. We don't change anything. Sometimes I can change my main verb, but not often. So I rewrite it. I know. Then, the second part, my link, that, will drop out. I will not use it. No need for that. Then, I have to find, so this is my subject here, and this is my main verb in my simple sentence. So, what else? I have to find object number 1. What will be my object number 1? Tommy. So I rewrite it here. Tommy. And then, what will be my infinitive or participle? Here I will use infinitive, maybe? Yes, I will use infinitive because that's the fact. Tommy is a brilliant student, that's the fact, not a process. So, I will use full infinitive, to be, and then I'll rewrite all other words. A brilliant student, and this is it. As simple as that. So, this part remained intact. This is it. This part remained intact as well. This is it. The only thing that changes is here. This part. We throw away our that, and we leave with Tommy as the first object, and is, which turns into to be, the second object, and this is all. Well, Let's try another sentence. My mom thinks that I make fine bread. So, the same technique. This is my subject, this is my main verb. Then I have this linker here, and then I have another subject and another main verb and some object. This thing forms a so-called predicate. So the first part remains intact as well. My mom thinks. Then that drops out. We don't need it. Then my first object is here. But here I have a problem, because I cannot put I here. This is object. This is not subject. So I cannot use nominative case here. So I change I into me. Like that. Then I put my infinitive. Make. To make. To make. And then the other words. The last part of my predicate. Fine bread. And this is it. The only difficulty was that I had to change my pronoun, but this is all. So I have my subject and my main verb. As you can see, I take the first part of my sentence, subject and main verb, I take it from the beginning of the sentence, from main clause, as it is called. Then I drop out that, then I take my object number 1 from the subject of my second part of the sentence, and then I take my infinitive or participle from the main verb of my second part of the sentence, and that's it. Let's try another one. Dylan thought that his parents should help him. That's my subject, thought. That's my main verb. That is my linker. It will drop out. And then I have another subject. And wait a bit, what is it? This is modal verb should and then infinitive. So, what is this thing? What can I do with it? Well, the same technique. Don't be afraid of any modals, anything. That will be all the same. If we have modal verbs, just like should here, of course, it drops out like that. It also drops out. But in this case, I can change my main verb. What is meant by this sentence? Dylan thinks that it's his parents' duty to help him. So, Dylan wanted that his parents should help him. That's the main idea of my sentence. So, guys, think carefully what your sentence means, what it actually means. So, I rewrite Dylan, but I change thought into wanted. In this way, I express my should and I express my thought. Wanted. That's my main verb. So my should doesn't disappear entirely. It in some way influences my main verb. I put my object, first object, his parents, without any changes, and then I put my infinitive. It will be full infinitive because In complex objects, as a rule, infinitive is full. Let's dig a bit deeper. Yesterday at 5 p.m. I saw that my neighbors were having a big party. What about this sentence? It's quite long. And as you see, in the first place, I cannot see any subjects. That's something unusual. My subject is here, over here. Let's make it red. And then my main verb, and then my that, of course, that's the link between two sentences. And then my second subject. And then, look, here is past continuous. That's the point. We have process in here. So, as you remember, if I want to express process, I should use present participle instead of infinitive. So, yesterday at 5 p.m. remains intact. I don't change anything. Keep in mind that you can have words like this in the beginning of the sentence as well as in the end. Then I rewrite my first subject and then my main verb. I saw, without any changes, here and here. Then, of course, that drops out. I don't need it. Then I rewrite my neighbors without any changes. This is my first object. As you see, the object consists of two words instead of one word. My first object can even consist of 3 words, 4 words, etc. It doesn't matter. And then I will use present participle, having, instead of to have, having, because we have process here. And then a big party, intact, without any changes. And this is it. That's all for now. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you.